Salutations, spooks, spirits, and specters, and welcome back to more Corpse Party Book of Shadows as we continue the final chapter. We just entered the ghostly Shinozaki estate.
分かってたつもりだったけど、私は改めて身震いした。
なんだかすごく深い感情の乱れが波となってこの家の空気に刻まれてる。何があったんだろう。この家が取り壊される前。
Hooray! We got to actually explore. Do we have a map? We have a map! Wow.
この鏡良くないわ。見ていたくない。
Okay.
どうして？
Do we need a reason?
鏡ってね、人がずっと凝視というか覗き見るものでしょ。住んでいた人の思念がそのまま焼き付いて固定されていることがよくあるのよ。
確かに、なんだか誰かに見られている感じがするね。映っているのは私なのに。
今鏡に私と中島さんが映っていなかった。代わりに幸子と篠原さんが見えたような。気のせいかな。
The shoe shelves are full of dead rats, and each one of them, without exception, has had its stomach dug out. Maybe they ate each other. Hopefully they ate each other. Hopefully they ate each other. Some picture frames. It's an old picture frame, but the glass is broken and there's no picture inside. The door isn't locked, nor is it sealed shut like the school, but it still won't open. There seems to be something heavy blocking it from the other side. The staircase is very plain, and the stairs themselves are exceptionally steep. They're also quite old and seem to have absorbed a good deal of moisture, so it would be best to take care when climbing them. The glass is thoroughly clouded over, making it impossible to see outside. In addition, the window has no handles or grips of any kind, suggesting it was never meant to be opened. The drain is packed tightly with what looks to be thousands of bodies of unidentifiable insects. It's a Japanese-style floor toilet. Every part of it is distressingly filthy, and there are spider webs strung up all along the inside.
床に血の跡があるわ。乾いてカピカピだけれど、どうしてこれ拭かなかったんだろう。
Because it's a ghost house? The window is located surprisingly high up along the wall, revealing only a view of the night sky. Alright. And in the bath. The The window seems to be facing the moon right now, and is letting in a surprising amount of ambient light. It's an old soaking tub with a water heater feeding into it. The heater is clearly broken, and the tub is half filled with green, stagnant water and bugs.
ヨシエやサチコだけじゃない。ここ精神科の診療所をやっていたから、いろんな霊がたくさん集まってる。
It's an old-fashioned wooden bathtub cover. It looks extremely brittle and has rotted through completely, sporting numerous holes and missing or warped beams. Weird. Okay, it's all one thing. Okay. This hallway? Same exact setup. A traditional tatami mat of the sort commonly found in virtually any Japanese home is propped against the wall here. It seems to be infested with bugs. Please wait here for your name to be called. Please help yourself to some tea.
待合。あ、そうか。ここってヨシエが診療も行っていたんだわ。
雪村さん。
はい。
どうしました？
There are various medicine bottles scattered here and there on the shelves. This used to be a floor cushion for people to sit at the coffee table, but all the cotton stuffing has been removed, leaving only the cloth skin behind. It's a coffee table with a missing leg. Curious, you scan the immediate area for the wooden leg, but find that it's nowhere in sight. Pieces of clothing have been haphazardly tossed into this box. There also seem to be a few rolled up newspapers, but they're absolutely crawling with assorted bugs. Probably best not to touch them. Each of these drawers seems stuck to its frame, as if it's been glued shut. There's no obvious way to open any of them. These old boxes are packed with various odds and ends, including tiny toy rings and a few old yen bills. The rings are practically black with crusted on dust and dirt, however, and the money is covered in mold. If you cross your eyes a bit, the holes in the door kind of look like a person's face. Eyes and mouth. Maybe. Once you see it, however, you can't unsee it, and the whole room becomes exponentially creepier. It's probably best not to look at all. To the kitchen. The cabinet is filled with small dishes and utensils intended for use by young children. Each one is printed with cutesy bunny or cat designs. The handles to these cabinet doors and drawers are all missing. Sounds of skittering bugs can be heard from within. Probably best to leave them closed. It's an old-fashioned gas range. Its surface is stained with oil. It's an old-style prefab sink. As with everything else, it seems to have fallen into complete disrepair over the many years.
いかにも廃屋だね。写真撮るとオーブがいっぱい写りそう。
It's an old model refrigerator, post-icebox era, but very definitely not modern in any way. It seems to be completely empty inside. The cabinet below the sink is off its hinges, and a few rusted together pots are hanging out from it. The odor given off by them is stomach churning. Alright. To the stairs, I suppose.
大丈夫かな。
大丈夫？
板が腐ってて危ないよこの階段。気をつけて。周りに手をついて上がろう。
不思議だわ。そもそもこの家って存在しないはずなのに、あるものすべて触れるし、手にも取れる。家自体が霊っていうケースもあるとか何かで読んだことがあるけれど。
Nothing to be seen. Oh, we're in the hallway. This bedroom. This particular bedroom looks like it's been converted into a study? Seems out of place considering the family. Whose study was it? The bookshelf is full of old books that have been thoroughly wrecked with age. Every one of them is yellowed, musty, and falling apart. It's the frame to an old mirror that's long since been busted out. Where the looking glass once stood, there's now a creepy drawing of an old woman. It's just a rough sketch, but it looks absolutely realistic, as if it could just up and jump out of the frame at any moment. Well, it was worth a shot. The desk is piled high with dust, but the items situated on it are neat and tidy. Whoever used it was very organized. Right in the middle of the desk sits a lone key, completely covered in dried blood. Take it. Yeah. Acquired key to Yoshi's room.
待って、何か聞こえない。木でできたこの家の床を革靴で歩くような音。誰かが下の階にいる。私たちは顔を見合わせてゾッとする。足音はさらに階段を上がり始めた。上がってくる。隠れなきゃ。私たちは慌てて近くの部屋の中に身を隠した。少し開いた部屋の扉から階段を見張る。
き回ってる。
もうやだ。プレッシャーの連続に私は感触を起こしてしまった。すると委員長がそっと私の手を握って、
中島さん、しっかり心を強く持って。天神症の経験を利用してやろう。弱った隙につけ込まれたら簡単に極化しちゃう。
分かってる。ありがとう。
So that's the thing here? I mean, I saw it when I checked to see if I could save, but, yeah. This appears to be a bedroom. The sliding door to the closet is off its tracks, however, and the dresser has been knocked over. The floor is littered with junk, including a desk lamp and numerous bottles with unknown contents, and the closet is packed with old beat-up boxes. This room also seems suspiciously noisy, with creaks and bangs and pops audible throughout. Rapping at my chamber door.
お父さん、お母さん、お母さ
ん。大丈夫、委員長。
The class rep began calling out for her parents, totally out of the blue. I had no idea what was going on. She was grabbing her head in both hands, and her face was white as a sheet. She must have been the target of spiritual possession again, like in Heavenly Host. Fortunately, she seemed to have been ready for it this time, and was able to collect herself in short order. And once she did, our search resumed. There's some sort of stain on the back wall of the closet. It kind of looks like it's in the shape of a person, but that's probably just an optical illusion, right? It's a Japanese-style sliding screen, or fusuma. There's a crude crown drawing invisible on it. Did Sachiko do this? It's very abstract, but it looks like something a happy, well-adjusted little kid would draw. Not at all disturbing like the pictures in Heavenly Host. For some reason, the wooden dresser won't budge even the slightest bit. It's as if it was as if it were made of solid steel. Nothing else, alright? The door is locked. But it looks like the key from the other room fits.
ここは部屋の至るところに幸子の写真が貼ってあった。とても愛おしそうに。
Nothing there. We got the desk. Okay.
日常の幸せな瞬間を捉えた写真。そこには被写体の篠崎幸子に対する愛情あふれる母親の目線が切り取られていた。 何これ。たくさんの幸せそうな写真に混じって家族3人の写った写真だけは異様だった。
I know whose face that. Well, I don't know who, but I know what face is supposed to be there. We saw it in the infirmary, in the very first episode, the very first chapter. Yeah, I used it for a thumbnail.
ヨシエの多分夫であろう男性だけ顔をボールペンでぐしゃぐしゃと塗りつぶされている。
きっと幸子の父親だよね。どうしてこんな。
部屋を見渡すとこの男性が写っている写真だけはすべて同じことになっている。
There's a tiny kimono in the box, sized for a young girl. The style looks similar to the ones worn in the Shichi-Go-san festival, which would make this Sachiko's for sure. Pictures of Sachiko are sprawled out all across the surface of the desk. However, like so many objects in Heavenly Host, they're affixed to its surface as if they were mere decoration. They can't be picked up or even moved.
中島さん見てあれ。
あれおまじないの。部屋の一角、神棚のような高い位置に幸せの幸子さんで使った紙人形とそっくりの片白が祀られていた。
ヨタの鏡を模したご神教の前に置かれた片白。ナホさんが見つけたのはこれね。
憧れだったナホって人とは天神症で辛い別れになったそう。委員長が悲しそうな顔をする。片白の前には茶色く変色した正方形の和紙が置いてあり、墨で儀式の手段が記されていた。
Spirit in the ever after. To confer a dying land upon an offering, one shall meditate upon his, her name. Please must be spoken in silence a number of times, equal to all transgressors, plus the offering. An avatar for the offering must then be torn and split equally amongst the transgressors. If performed correctly, the offering's desired location shall become the land in which he/she dies.
幸せの幸子さんの原型だった。
ヨシエが幸子を霊媒にこの儀式を行って死は天神症を作り出したってこと？二人とも生きている時に？どうして？何なのこの儀式。
なんだろうこれ。壁に0から9の数字を押し込むロック錠のようなものが埋め込まれているのを見つけた。
どれ？
これなんか金庫っぽいよね。適当に押してみたけど反応がない。丸い状の端には右回りの矢印が描かれていて、錠全体が少し回るようになっていた。回転させると押し込んだ数字がすべて戻りリセットされる。
そして文字盤の周りには幸子の生前の写真がたくさん貼ってあるか。
これ吉江が設置したものだとしたら幸子に関係ある数字だとか？
そっか、案外単純にそうなっているかも。人が利用するものだから忘れないようにそうしている可能性もあるしね。
幸子に関係ある数字か。語呂合わせでいくつか試しに押し込んで回してみた。けれどことごとくカチャンと軽い音がしリセットされる。
幸子、天神症を生還した私たちが何か知っている情報はない？
What had we actually learned about Sachiko, though? Number-wise, all I could come up with was an approximate height, and that didn't work. What about that kimono? That was from the Shinto Shichigo-san Festival for the children of ages 7, 5, and 3. Age 5 is just for boys, if I recall correctly, and Sachiko was a lot older than 3 in those photos. So how about Sachiko's age at 7 all by itself? It was a long shot, but...
あ、開いた。
はあ、すごい中島さん。
壁の錠のある部分が小さな隠し扉になっていて、錠自体がノブ代わりとなって手前に引くことができた。しゃがまないと入れないくらいの隠し扉の奥には地下室に降りる階段があった。クモの巣、怒りもすごいよ。
どれどれ見せて。倉庫かしら。
懐中電灯で地下の様子を照らしてみても、下の階は意外と深い位置にあってよく見えない。
あるはずのない建物のあるはずのない隠し通路か。危険度は最高レベルね。私たちこの世じゃない場所の入り口に立っている気がする。
委員長がまっすぐに私の目を見つめる。怖いんだ。でも言いたいことは分かってる。たとえ恐ろしい運命が待っていたとしても、これは私たちが喉から手が出るほど欲しかった呪いの真相への入り口。新しい世界への扉。引き返したら一生後悔する。私たちは顔を見合わせて地下に降りる決心をする。
おそらくこの先はナオさんも到達していない領域だわ。気をつけて中島さん。何が起こっても気を緩めちゃダメよ。
She'd begun descending the stairs ahead of me, but stopped and looked back after only a few steps to issue me this one last warning. I nodded again.
さっきの足音、やっぱり何かが歩き回ってるんだ。2階に来てる。
They were extremely close. It sounded as if they were poised just outside the door to Yoshi's room, just a few feet away.
中島さん、地下に行こう。
私たちは逃れるようにして隠し扉の奥へ入った。
Well, we're gonna have a bit of hesitation ourselves because I'll be ending the video here. So thank you all very much for watching, and ciao for now. ciao for now.